Next topic, man. We got the men's 100. So now I know a lot of people want to hear me. I mean, I got a lot of DMs about it from a lot of the Jamaican people, a lot of people who wasn't Jamaican. Oblique Seville, when I see you in person, I will shake your hand and apologize like I've done to Noah Lyles and like I've done to Fred Curley. I owe you an apology. I didn't pick you. I picked you all the years before. But this time, the year I don't pick you, you show up. So hey, look, I apologize to you. You are the new reigning world champion. I think 10th all time in 100 now. He is now jumped in the top 10. That means Justin, you still face safe at top 5 dead or alive. Which I thought it would have win at this time. But I want to congratulate Oblique Seville on the show. Apologize to him on the show. And when I see him in person, I definitely will congratulate him and shake his hand. And also to his coach, Glenn Mills. This is his third male American, Jamaican global champion. He's had Johan Blake, he's had Usain Bolt, and now he is now have Oblique Seville enter that. So that is an achievement of a coach to have 3 gold medalists and 3 different type of eras. So second place uh, was who was second place was
There we go.
what's the
We got
name?
it. We got the video right there.
There we go. Keyshawn was
We got
second.
Keyshawn.
So silver medalist. He was my first place. I did have Noah at third. So that was my 1/3 that I had right. I did not think Noah ran enough races to be in the kind of shape he was that he would have been able to run 9.7. I felt like the 9.7 would have won this race. I thought it would have been Keyshawn, but it ended up being Oblique. But I was right on that part. I feel that Noah has a lot more reserve in him for his 200. I feel he has a better base for that rather than the 100. And I think this 100 kind of prepares him and gives him a lot of speed for his 200. What is you guys' take?
What you got, Tyson?
Just about the 100 period.
Yeah, the 100
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I had Noah for the win. I had Noah for the win. Um, I had Kishane, then I had Kenny. Um, and Kenny, I felt like he didn't really hit a start. I don't know if his reaction was off, but I don't really feel like he hit a start really well. Noah, I feel like he obviously ran out of real estate, but I think he may have had a couple niggles during the season, maybe slightly rushed, like you said, not enough races. But I still have my money on him because he just had the heart of a champion, and he don't really have a lot of excuses. He just goes out there and does his thing. But I was shocked at Seville, right? I didn't have him in my top three. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even when I see him run great this year, even when I see he beat Noah twice, I think this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Um, Even when I seen that, I still didn't have him, getting a medal. It was just to me, he was a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? He was a sleeper, and I feel like even with the times he ran this year, for him to rise to the occasion and just and look good doing it. You know what I'm saying? Look damn good doing it. I mean, it wasn't no dip. He looked damn good. The head goes out to him. Shout out to him. And that's just what it is. That's how track and field is. That's how the 100 is. 1 minute you up, next minute you down. Then you just got to bounce back. But shout out to him. Shout out to his coach Mills. Rodney, you and I both know we've had these conversations before. I was around with Coach Brahman. I think Coach Brahman arguably the greatest of all times. We've had this discussion that we think Dennis is putting his name in there now, and we got old Mills and that, all the legend coaches. All the sprint coaches. But what Mills, pulled out, I think that was pretty amazing. And as far as Noah having energy left for the 200, I think Noah just gonna do what Noah gonna do. He's just gonna run hard and do what he gotta do to win and give it his all. So I don't really think there's no energy left. I just think whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna do. And everyone, in that field knows they're gonna have to bring it to be Noah. Everyone knows that. So shout out to Noah and Coach Brahman. I feel like that bronze medal doesn't really slight him. I think it just shows how strong of a fighter Noah is because, I don't really know his injuries or what really was going on, but I know he had some setbacks. But for him still to come out and put a bronze medal, Noah just a dog. You know what I'm saying? So, I really want to see what he does in the 200. I think it does come easier to him, even though he's the Olympic champion. Don't get me wrong, but I still think it just comes, easier to him without worrying about oh, I got to hit my start. I got to do this. So I think he'll be focused, just run and have fun, and we'll see what it do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, Chad knows that I had Noah too at number one because obviously in the past he spoke of how important the 100 meters was compared to the 200 he felt. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is what he's focusing on. He's going to focus on trying to make sure he starts his campaign off well by getting the 100 meters, and then he's going to ease himself into the 200, and then by the finals he's going to let loose in that finals of the 200. But it obviously didn't play out that way. But check it out though, at the end of the day, I'm proud of Oblique. And why I say that is because we've talked about Oblique before on here on our platform, and we put up highlights about Oblique. And I think Oblique is the kind of person who's like the people's champion, And why I say this is because he embodies the fact of, yes, I can be nervous or I can be scared or I don't have all the confidence in myself because I'm young and I'm not very seasoned yet. And I realize those moments can be bigger than me. And now I think that he pulled up to the start line and he had his little waves through the prelims and the semis and the finals. But when it was time to get the job done, he finally got the job done. The confidence in him, realizing that, hey, throughout the regular season, I'm beating Noah. I have a win streak against him, and I run very superior fast times. So he realized if I go out here and make sure that I'm in contention at the 50-meter mark going into the last 50 meters, he knew that he had a shot, an opportunity to be able to not only get on the podium, but damn sure win it. And that's what he did. So hats off to Oblique. You know what I'm saying? He is now the new world champion. And I mean, if you match his time to the time of last year that won the Olympics, he's ran faster. So we can say right now, he's the fastest man in the world right now. He has the gold medal. He has the fastest time of the season. Well, of championship wise, because even Keishane still ran 9.75. But the point I'm making is Oblique stepped up to the plate. He did what he had to do. And we always talk about his stature compared to his talent. And he stood tall today. He stood tall in that race and got the job done, man. I'm proud of him. And maybe the comment that Noah said during the between the rounds, maybe that gave him a little bit of fire.
Seville with the slow reaction time and he won.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. That man was panicking in the back. Yeah. But hey, he's a gamer, so hopefully he'll get it back and we'll have a great final.
All right. We'll see you back out in semi. Thank you, Noah. Good to see you.
And not knocking anything that Noah's saying is the fact of you also realize that when you're looking at elite sprinting at a high level, and Tyson knows this, it's a little bit of mental warfare that goes into it as well. You got to be able to go out there in the one pair and act like you confident that you're about to run the fastest time of your life. You got to be in that call room acting like you've been here all your life. You got to get to that track, put your blocks down, do your pop outs, and you got to act like it was effortless. You got to act like you just ready. And I think that kind of helped push that comment helped push Oblique over to a point where he said, let's leave it all on the track. And that's what he did. He got it done, man. World champion 2025, Oblique Seville, man. Shouts out to him. Congratulations, man.
Let me say this. I don't know if any of you guys saw the clip about when they asked him about what Noah said after he got his gold medal. He walked off and he's like, "Give God the glory." And they was like, "What do you think about Noah?" What he said, he was like, "I'm dead." I almost died. Just the reference. We've had on our show already. We've had the world's fastest human, Usain Bolt. We have number 2 now, and we had number 3, Asafa Powell. All we need now is Blake to come on the show. If somebody reach out to Blake, tell you I'm Blake. We would love to have him on the show. But that being said, both of you guys were world champions. This is Oblique's first time being a world champion. What was it like for both of you when you guys got your first world champion as a 100-meter champion? What was that like?
What I felt like, Tyson?
I mean, it was everything, man. Like you can't really describe it. The feeling was everything. When you can win that medal and bring it home to America, it's huge. You know, your families are proud of you, and you just think about your coaches and everybody. You just think about all the hard work you put in. I mean, it just means everything because it's it's damn near the same as the Olympics. but you know how that goes. But you know, it feels good. It's a great feeling, man, being world champion. I don't really know how to describe it, but you put in so much work for one run, one big event, and realize all the cameras and lights and everything is there. And when you can rise to that occasion and get the job done, it's just an amazing feeling. So for me, man, it was everything. Myself and I want to say Asafa. I think we were in Japan, and the crowd, the atmosphere, everything was beautiful. It's a feeling you'll never forget, and one you'll just keep with you forever, man. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yours was in Osaka, Japan. So it wasn't. It was in Japan where you got yours too. So yeah, shoot, okay. What
For
about you,
me,
Jack?
I mean, it felt good, man. 2005 was my first one, and I just felt like it was one of those moments where you was like, it's not the Olympics, but it's just as important. It's just as important because then when you realize when you're in those moments, this really determines in our sport, it really determines who is the champ because we do have a world championship like any other sport does. And I think I hang my hat on that. The fact that the world champion really reigns over our sport. Olympics, awesome. Everyone wants to go to Olympics. There's so many other sports at the Olympics, but that world championship medal means that you tried and true in our sport. That means that you ran, competed year in, year out, and you've won it. And then now you got to hold on to it for 2 years or something like that because it comes back around really quickly. So you have to show and prove that you that dude.
Mm. What's crazy is, man, and Usain's interview that he did on NBC, he predicted that it would be 1-2 Jamaica. He said Jamaica would take the gold medal back to Jamaica, and they would be first and second. He predicted that, and that actually came true. I thought that was wild. I didn't think they would be 1-2, but they did it, man. I don't know if he gave them a pep talk of some sort, but they did it. Now we got Oblique, which is funny when you look at all the new spikes that's coming out and everything else. I noticed that Oblique does not run in the sprint spike of Adidas. He runs in the middle distance spike of Adidas. Did you guys know that?
Nah, I didn't know
No,
that.
Yeah, he uses the middle distance. So does Toby Amasan. She doesn't run in the sprint spike that Adidas creates. She runs in the middle distance spike. Do you think that gives him a better advantage at running, or is it probably how his foot placement? He probably tried them out and was like, I like this shoe better.
yeah, I believe that's the reason he won. I'm just gonna say it. Nah, man. I
Uh,
mean, that's about what you're comfortable with. I know people who like running those spikes. They feel comfortable. The middle distance spikes. I've tried them on before. They just feel comfortable. So I don't know if that's his reasoning, but if you think about it, I may not have been the most technical person, but he doesn't run like Gatlin or Safa or myself or Boat. He don't run like none of us.
nah.
Even though he just runs like a young. It's in my opinion, no disrespect, but to me he runs like a young kid. You know what I'm saying? To me, and I feel like, and that's no disrespect. I really feel like he runs like someone young, you know what I'm saying, still new to the sport and just fast. You see what I'm saying? Just jumping out the blocks and running. Because even if you watch him when he came out the blocks, to me, it looked like he kind of jumped out the blocks a little bit, kind of like being a little bit to me. So that's what it looked like to me. It didn't really look like this whole technique thing. Yes, he was down in the drive phase and came up, but to me, it looks like he's just running. Y'all can have all that technique. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Bye. You know what I mean? So I think that's something too, because you can really get wrapped up in technique. You know what I'm saying? And staying down and doing this. To me, it looks like he's just running. You feel me? Like I'm just running. I'm not counting my steps. I'm not doing this. I'm running, and I'm running fast, and he don't really have to change much because it's working. So I think that's
Who's
something
that,
to look.
Oblique?
Yo, he
Yeah,
talking about Oblique.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He runs like a young kid. If you've seen a young kid in college running, that's what you would. You know what I'm saying? That's what you would picture, in my opinion. So I think just the fact that he's not all technical and overthinking this, overthinking that, I think that's amazing. And if he's running in distance spikes, like I mean, that's a smack in the face to some people. But other than that, I mean, I think it's awesome, man. I think that's a great story. You know, I think he should put it out there too as well. Like, this is what he runs in, this is what works for him, and people should look at that and understand that you don't have to follow everybody to, you know, get the success you need in the 100 or in sprints.
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, I don't know if you know, but they say he's only 5'6" or 5'5" or some sort. So he is
Yeah,
a small in stature, and if
that's
he is that small, Glenn Mills will have the record of having the shortest world champion and the tallest world champion that our sport has ever seen.
yeah.